ask Muslims, what does your Allah look like? I don't know. Is it male? No. Is it female? No. But of neither sex, but that Allah has control on the women on how you dress. And you're happy to follow that.
He's the creator.
Yeah.
He's the creator, that's why.
But if that Allah doesn't sleep, doesn't eat, says he gives his food to Muslims so the Muslims don't starve, why is there so much famine in Muslim countries?
Famine?
Yeah.
Some of the Muslim countries are the richest countries in the world.
Okay, all right, let me move on. Going back
But why do you want to move on now? You make a point.
No. I'm trying to answer your question.
Some of the Muslim countries are the most advanced country. Malaysia, where you come from, you're from Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Malaysia is advanced?
Not because of Muslims.
Why?
Because the Chinese and Indians work harder.
Advancement is attributed to something else. It cannot be Islamic. So what when Muslims had the best civilization in the world for over 1,000 years?
Okay,
all the scientists, all
happened?
the libraries, major libraries and major scientists, all the major poets, intellectuals, you name it, they were in the Muslim world.
Okay.
Europeans were traveling to the Muslim lands to learn from them.
Can I answer?
Was that because of Islam or?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Now you're talking about the golden age of Islam.
So you know about it.
Baghdad, yeah?
Yeah, so you know about it.
750
Not only Baghdad, all over the Muslim world.
No. The golden age, the academic learning was based around Baghdad, North Africa, Caliphate, Iberian Peninsula, Andalus. Okay.
I'm glad you know about this.
Yeah, no, wait. 758, 778 to 1258. 500 years. And Baghdad was destroyed by?
Mongols.
Kuwait Khan.
Yes.
He came and burned the whole place down, killed everybody.
Yeah.
Since then, all right?
Yes.
How long ago? 900 years ago.
That was nearly 650 years ago.
No. 1250.
Sorry, 750 years, almost.
800 years, I said.
Almost 800 years,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, in that 800 years, Jews, Christians, everybody has overtaken Muslim countries.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, is that what you think? Okay.
No, I will give you my evidences, my reasons as to why I believe. Yeah.
You see, the Egyptian civilization was there long before Islam came.
Yes.
Yeah?
Very advanced.
The Persian civilization was there long before Islam came.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Khorasan, long before Islam came, they were very advanced.
Yes.
India,
yes.
was very advanced.
Yes.
All right. Byzantinian.
Yes.
The Levant.
Yes.
All these countries, the Islam from Hejaz, was desert and Bedou tents.
Yes.
The only building that stood was in Najran, in Sana'a, in Aden. What is Aden, okay?
I agree,
These are all parts of Yemen.
Yes.
In the Saudi area, there was nothing.
There was no Saudi area.
Exactly.
That's
my point.
Yes. So
what
I
is-
agree.
what is
But
Islamic progress?
the point you're making is now something happened to the Arabs in the 7th century that changed them beyond recognition. Suddenly these Bedouins, these very underdeveloped, semi-barbarized or semi-civilized tribes of Arabia, they got hold of something and suddenly they became civilized, the most civilized people on the planet within a century. Something happened to them. Whether it was some injection, have you seen the Incredible Hulk, the movie? Yeah? Right? Something happens to the Hulk. Or Spider-Man runs into a cupboard and puts on his suit and he comes out and he's a superhero. And Superman, same thing, right? Something happened to these Arabs in the 7th century, and within a century they were the masters of land from China to Spain.
Morocco,
to Spain, the largest empire world had ever known. What happened is the question. And how did they carve? And wait. Let me. No. Yeah, you can ask. Yeah. What happened when these Arabs went as far as China and Spain? What happened? Did they massacre the populations? It's a very good question. Did they exploit and plunder the resources like the Americans and the colonial powers did in the past 3 centuries?
They did.
Okay, let's talk about it. I'm raising the questions myself so that you can address them, right? Did they decimate churches?
Yes.
Okay, the oldest churches in the world are in the Muslim lands today, even today. We are in the year 2018, in the month of May 27th, right? The oldest churches in the world are still in the Muslim lands, and they are in Iraq, they are in Syria. They are after the war, of course. The war has devastated everything. And in Egypt, some of the oldest churches are in Egypt. Coptic churches.
Are they churches?
Yes, they are churches. To this day, they are churches, right?
Churches,
Okay, so my point is Muslims did not have this policy of persecution just because of religion. That's why the civilization of Islam lasted over 1,000 years until the colonial powers came in. First the Mongols came in and they decimated the Islamic empire or the Muslim civilization in the east. Then came the colonial powers after that in the 16th century. When colonial powers from Europe, they got hungry, they got greedy. First they came out as merchants, they established the companies in India and in the Middle East and North Africa, and slowly and steadily all of this land was occupied and plundered, literally plundered, including India, and you will agree with me on that point. Okay, what did the Muslims do to India? Now, because I don't have the time to talk about the whole world where the Muslims. What did the Muslims do to India? Is the question.
They destroyed Hinduism.
Okay. My friend claims they destroyed Hinduism, and he is still alive. He's a Hindu and he's alive and he's standing in front of me talking to me. And not only him, there are hundreds of millions of Hindus still flourishing, and there are temples they go to. They worship in these temples that were governed by the Muslims for centuries, not only decades, for centuries. India was occupied by the Mughals, 95% of it. Only Aurangzeb, okay, had occupied. Did the Muslims go out on a rampage, killing Hindus indiscriminately, or did they destroy?
Can we come in?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So you can. Okay, this is my final point. Did the Muslims come in and they destroyed the masses? No. In fact, according to, I'm coming right now, finishing right now. According to some modern scholars, people like Audrey Trush, and she has actually written a book on Aurangzeb. I invite you to read that book. Audrey Trush. Aurangzeb. Have you read her book, Aurangzeb?
Long time ago.
No. It only came out in 2000.
No, I have read a book on Aurangzeb, but I can't.
No, it's not. The one by Audrey Trush is the most recent book on Aurangzeb. Read it, and you will see all these accusations of temple desecrations are outrightly rejected by academics. This is the rhetoric of right-wing, xenophobic Hindu government of India, and the right-wing xenophobic groups such as Bajrang Dal and BJP, the governing party of India, is their rhetoric, right? And he supports them. Those who are dividing India on ethnic and religious lines. Muslims never did that.